Unit 1, Mental Health. In health, I learned how to maintain a good mental health. Mental health includes the emotional, psychological, and social well-being, which means it affects how we feel, think, and act. Our mental health can be affected by biological factors such as brain chemicals, life experiences such as trauma and abuse, or family history of mental health problems. Early warning signs of bad mental health are eating or sleeping too much or too little, pulling away from people or activities, having low or no energy, unexplained aches and pains, mood swings, harming self or others, inability to perform and do schoolwork and or work ethics, and using drugs and or alcohol.
Your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through.
Below are some examples of mental health that I learned: anxiety and panic disorder, bipolar disorder, depression, eating disorder, schizophrenia, substance abuse, and addiction. Some ways to have a positive mental health are realizing the potential you have as an individual, learning to cope and deal with stress, and working productively.
Just give me the vitals, Laden. Oh, I might make you mine by the night.
Ways to maintain a positive mental health: getting professional help if needed, connecting with others, getting physically active, getting enough sleep, having fun with friends.
Send me your location, let's find the vibration.
I try to maintain a positive mental health by staying productive. I do this by working, being surrounded by family and friends, going out places, and or working out.
I don't need nothing else but you.
Say all on his mouth line,
I don't need nothing else but you.
Unit 2, Drugs and Alcohol. You, your mind, your body, and others are all affected when you do drugs and or alcohol. Drugs and alcohol can have a huge impact on others, yourself, and your body. In health, I learned about the 4 main categories of drug types, how drugs and alcohol can affect you, and refusal skills. Alcohol reaches the brain in as little as 5 minutes. Alcohol is considered a depressant. Impact of alcohol on the brain: thinking, behavior, fine motor skills, balance, and coordination, sight, and also blackouts. Substance abuse: any unnecessary or improper use of chemical substances for non-medical purposes. Addiction is a psychological or physiological dependence on a drug, defined as a compulsive use of a drug caused by dependence despite knowing the damage the drug is doing. 3 things needed to be in place for addiction to occur: tolerance, dependence, and withdrawal. Tolerance: needing more and more of a drug to get the same effect from it. Dependence: physiological. Your body chemistry changes so that the body needs the drug to function normally. Psychological: believing that the drug is needed in order to feel good or to function. Withdrawal: physical and psychological symptoms associated with stopping the use of a substance.
I got it for the Lolo. Turn up. I'm in love.
Hey, buddy, what's up? I'm actually taking these to the party tonight. Oh, what's up? Cocaine? Cocaine. Yeah, no. Or some tonight at the party? I'm all set.
4 main categories of these drugs: stimulants, depressants, narcotics, narcotics, hallucinogen, stimulants. This is a drug or a substance that increases the activity of the central nervous system, CNS. This consists of the brain, heart, and breathing. Depressants. This class of drug increases the CNS activity.
Baking soda, I got baking soda.
Hallucinogens. This category of drug causes sensory distortion and flashbacks. Narcotics are drugs that can be used to relieve pain. These can cause numbness and induce a state of unconsciousness. Unit 3. Family life and reproduction. In health, I learned how to abstain, use protection, the difference between STI and STD, different types of STIs and STDs, how to treat them, and menstruation. If you are planning to have sex, make sure you are financially ready. It costs a lot of money to have a baby. If you are not ready to have a baby, but you are ready to have sex, use protection. There are many different types of ways to protect yourself from sex. Option number 1, vasectomy. A one-time procedure involves the vas deferens, less than one pregnancy in 100 women. Option 2, shot. The birth control shot lasts about 3 months. After a 3-month term, you need to get a new shot. Possible weight gain and bleeding between periods. There is a 6% chance of pregnancy. Option 3, the pill. A combo pill which is estrogen and progesterone. Mini pill. Progesterone only. Combo pill is much more effective, about a 9% chance of pregnancy. Must take the pill every day. Headaches are a common side effect. Option 3, the patch and ring. The patch should be replaced each week for 3 weeks. The ring should be placed in the vagina for 3 weeks and leave it out for 1 week. Both have a 9% pregnancy rate. Diaphragm. Placed in the vagina to catch sperm. Must use every time you have sex. 12% chance of pregnancy. Male and female condoms. 18 to 21% chance of pregnancy. Male condom is best protection from STI other than abstinence. If you don't have safe sex, then you are more likely to contract an STD or STI. Menstruation. Average cycle is about 28 days. A period can range anywhere between 1 to 7 days. Ovulation is when an egg is released from the ovaries into the fallopian tubes where it waits to be fertilized. If it gets fertilized, it drops down into the uterus and attaches to the wall. Ovulation is the time when women can get pregnant easily. Sperm can live for typically 5 to 6 days in the uterus. Sexually transmitted infections and sexually transmitted disease. Risky behaviors, unprotected sex, high-risk partners, having more than one partner, alcohol and drug use. These are 3 viral infections that we talked about in class: HIV, HPV, and HSV. Some STIs can be passed on to babies during pregnancy or birth, causing blindness or other birth defects. Unit 4, nutrition. Nutrients. This is what we need to survive. A substance that provides nourishment essential for growth. In health, I learned that there are 6 essential nutrients: carbs, vitamins, minerals, proteins, fat, and water. Carbohydrates. Carbs are made up of saccharides, monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides, and are also the body's main energy source. Simple versus complex carbohydrates. Simple carbs, monosaccharides and disaccharides. Mono, such as candy or juice. Di, such as milk. Complex, polysaccharides. Poly, pasta, rice, bread. Fiber. Fiber is a carbohydrate that cannot be digested. It is recommended to get 20 to 35 grams of fiber a day. Fiber helps aid in digestion by pushing waste through the intestines, and fiber in the diet can help lower cholesterol and then leads to lower risk of heart disease. Vitamins. There are two kinds of vitamins, fat and water soluble. The fat-soluble vitamins are A, D, E, K, and the water-soluble vitamins are C, B, B2, B3, B6, B12. Fat-soluble vitamins can be toxic if there are too much in the body. It is always better to get vitamins from natural food sources rather than pills or substances. Minerals. Minerals are substances that the body cannot make. They must be consumed with food. They help to form teeth and bones, help to fight infection, and help cells utilize energy properly. Proteins. The building blocks of protein is amino acids. There are essential and non-essential amino acids. Essential is a need from an outside source, and non-essential is that the body makes them. There are 8 essential and 12 non-essential. Protein is needed to build and repair muscles. It also builds new cells and tissue. Protein replaces damaged cells and can be used as an energy source. Complete protein contain all essential amino acids, and incomplete protein do not contain all essential amino acids. Fats. Fats are made up of fatty acids. They are a type of substance which does not dissolve in water. Fats are classified as either saturated or unsaturated fats. Saturated fats are most commonly found in animal products like meats and dairy. These fats do also come from some plant oils such as palm coconut and palm kernel. Too much saturated fat increases the risk for heart disease. Unsaturated fat. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fat are two types of unsaturated fats. These typically come from nuts, seeds, and oil plant sources. Water. Water is the major component of most body parts. It is needed for survival and digestion. Water allows body cells to grow, reproduce, and survive. Water makes up 83% of blood, composes 75% of the brain, and accounts for 22% of bones. Also, water makes up 25% of muscles. Physical activity. Physical activity is a form of any movement that causes the body to use energy. Physical fitness is the ability to carry out daily tasks easily, to have enough reserve energy to respond to unexpected demands. Exercise is the purposeful physical activity that is planned, structured, repetitive, and that improves or maintains personal fitness.
I'm surrounded 20 bad bitches, but they didn't know me last year. Everyone wanna act like they important.
In health, I learned the 5 components of physical activity: cardio, respiratory endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. Exercise. There are 2 basic categories of exercise: aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic is rhythmic activities that use large muscle groups for extended periods of time. In anaerobic exercise, raise the heart rate and increase the amount of oxygen your body uses. It is a good idea to aim between 30 minutes to an hour of exercise a day.